Hello, everybody, and welcome to another episode of The Leaf Cutters. We are in the Back Porch Lounge, and we are not professionals, but we're here to help. I'm your host, Ben.
Oh, wait, Danny's not here. You got Graham.
Robert here.
And Zach.
It's hard to do the alphabet. I'm sorry.
It is.
It completely, just threw us all off because Eddie's not here today. Unfortunately, he has more important things to do than a podcast, but that's okay.
And for which he can suck a stick.
For which he can definitely suck a stick. So, today is another Grab Bag episode. So, we brought along our favorite or / just grab something random. And today I am smoking the Obsidian. And it's a very dark cigar. Smells terrific. It's a Maduro. And I will let you know how I like it once I get it lit up and ready to go.
Results pending.
Results pending. What about you, Grimm?
Figures testing process. I have the Carolina Blue Dominican Habano box press.
I've heard good things about those, so I'm excited.
It was highly
to see what you think
recommended
about it.
by the gentleman from the Thick Ash Cigar.
Thick Ash Cigar. All right.
Thick Ash Cigar. And
like
he spoke highly of it. So I said, you know what, sir? I trust you after meeting him for the first time. And and I said cigar recommendation, and I'm going to run with it. We're going to see what happens. It smells good so far. Like I keep sniffing it because I feel like a kid for that, but it smells really good. And then I did the punch already, and it kind of has like a not chocolate, but like a I don't know. I'll come back to it. It's got a good taste to it. Like it's sweet.
Okay. How about you, Robert?
Today I will be having the Oliva O, which you can't see, and it's a cigar.
Amazing.
Yeah.
That's amazing. It's a great description.
You like that?
It's a cigar with a shape and a smell.
And it smokes.
And it smokes. It catches on fire.
Fire?
I'm excited about smoking that one already.
Right?
All right. How about you, Zach?
You got the Rocky Patel 20th Maduro.
Is that the white label? No, that's not the white label.
It's the gray kind of silvery label.
Yeah.
It's 1995 to 2015 Maduro. Not one I've had before, I don't think. I've had some other. I've had their Decade, which was pretty good. So,
Decade.
give it a shot.
Yeah,
those are
I don't know if I've had a Decade, but I've had an Era. Is it an Era? Yeah. Edge. That's what I've had. The Rocky Patel Edge.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Yeah.
I remember enjoying that one.
All right. So, on that note, while we light up, Robert, do you have a question?
Okay, in the past few episodes, I've heard you discuss sweet spots and areas on the cigar. What exactly is each area of a cigar called?
That's a great question. So yes, every cigar has an area or, different parts of it. The bottom of it down here, you probably noticed from last time, is the foot. It's the foot of your cigar. This up here is the cap of your cigar. This is the body of the cigar, and around it is the wrapper. That's your initial leaf that goes over the top. Right below this wrapper, you have a binder. That binder is basically to keep the filler, which is the inside stuff, everything that's inside the cigar, together. And then it's kind of double. After the binder's put on, then the wrapper's put on. But that's your basic parts of the cigar. Now you can have cigars that have, a single cap, a double cap. Sometimes you even see a triple cap. And how you can tell is when you look at the top of your cigar, you will actually see different layers, and you can tell that there's a different number of caps on it. If you just see one, like if you barely see one, there's just one cap. But I hope that kind of explains, the whole. Oh, we didn't go over the sweet spot. I apologize. The sweet spot of a cigar is when you get to the most flavorful, where the point where you're going to get everything you're going to get out of that cigar. And it's usually about halfway on the cigar is when you get the full flavor of it. Sometimes it'll be a little bit further down, but most of the time you're going to get it right there in the center. And a fun little note, cane cigars and nubs. The reason why they're nubs is because they literally have the full cigar. They cut it right at the sweet spot. So from start to finish, you pretty much have the best part of the cigar all the way back for the nubs. So, and the canes, the smaller canes. So just a fun little fact there.
Okay.
So I hope that answers your question.
Now that my foot is lit, I'll be enjoying my cigar.
There you go.
So, if the top of the cigar is the head of the cigar and the bottom is the foot, and what anatomy part is the sweet spot?
The anatomy part is
Is that the weenus?
Well,
it's definitely the weenus.
It is. It puts itself out there as a champion of all weenuses for a sweet spot.
It's the fleshy elbow skin of the cigar for sure.
I mean, that's the most erogenous zone, isn't it?
It. You know what? Honestly, truly, it is.
I mean, there's no arguments here.
And the worst part is like I'm sitting here like I'm seeing how far down my elbows are. Be like, yeah, no, that's about right. Like that could be it, and not what we're obviously referring to otherwise.
what are we referring to otherwise?
The love handles.
There you go.
That's
I mean,
also
they're called
pretty
love
cool.
handles
handles for a reason.
Because you love them.
You love to handle them, but
But cut all that out, please.
Oh god. Oh. Robert's
I
gonna
just
get a
found out-
suntan today.
Right.
I just
Is
found
this
out
how
that
you
family
one of
members are
those?
possibly listening to the podcast because they didn't talk to me during the holidays. So at this point, I need you to tone it down a little bit and like really cut out some of these weird moments.
No.
Fuck your family dynamic, Graham.
Think maybe you just go under a pseudonym or something for a while. An alias for podcasting.
Start
He's like,
saying my
name
name
is
backwards.
Watchmen. Yeah.
This is brought to you by Merg. Merg.
I think Merg's a good one. I think you should stick with Merg.
You know what? That might be where I go with the book. Postal by Merg.
Merg.
Be like, where is it? We want to read his book just because his name sounds exotic, Like, where's a Merg from,
Mm-hmm. I got to agree with that.
Yeah.
All right, so what's your first impressions of cigars? I can go with mine. It's definitely a full body cigar, heavy smoke. Just a side note, this is one of the ones in the 65 box, and I can definitely now tell a difference between my 70s and my 62 to 65 box, and it believe it or not, I think it's better.
Oh.
I was surprised, but since I can tell a difference, I'm actually getting flavor profiles out of this cigar now, because I did a 70 with this one and a 60, and the 62, 65, and I did it for 3 months, and I can tell a difference in, of course, the bounciness of the cigar. I can tell a difference in the taste of the cigar. It definitely, it's more flavorful than it was in the other box. I wouldn't say it's like huge difference, but it did give it more flavor. and I like it. So I may start keeping my box at 62, 65.
Interesting.
Mine's not sweet anymore, but it's still delicious. And that's
Was
about
it
as
sweet?
close I want to get about it, Huh?
Was it sweet?
Well, the wrapper was when I I punched it and made sure there was airflow or whatever, and it tasted like pretty sweet from the, because I said it kind of tasted originally like a chocolate porter, if you will. Like they did that Hershey Jingling porter or whatever.
Okay.
Run. It kind of tasted like that, which I mean, good, But I don't really taste that anymore. I just taste the filler and all that. It's a different kind of good, but it's still very good.
Okay. How about you, Robert?
Good smoke. Burning even. If you can see that. All in all, it's got a good flavor. Smoking well.
Very nice. Aaron Zack.
The 20th is good. It's no issues construction. I got a little uneven burn, but I think that's the way I lit it. Nothing really jumps out, but it's familiar, tobacco that I enjoy, Nicaraguan and Honduran, and looking forward to getting a little farther into the weeness to see how it expands.
Yeah, we're going to stop calling it the sweet spot. We're just going to straight up call it the weenus.
Love handle. This is where you really grip onto the cigar and just love it.
Makes it really
Squeeze the love straight out of it.
I mean, for God's sakes, yes.
Oh my God, we're gonna get banned from certain cigar places.
No, y'all can't come in here.
We'd really like to have the leaf cutter guys here, but they did call the sweet spot of cigar a love handle, and then went into great detail about how it's a love handle. So they're not allowed in the shop.
I'm not sure that I want to hang out at a place that takes itself so seriously that's not kind of funny to them.
I mean, yeah, Zach's got a point. I mean, if they're
I'm in with that.
going to be that serious about it, suck a stick.
Suck a stick. That would be funny though. If, I just walked up one day, sir, you're not allowed in here. What did I do?
Why not?
Sir, please refer to Love Handle Sweet Spot. Thank you.
Weenus. So many references to one part of a cigar.
Really is. So, side note, I went down to Lower Alabama over the weekend. Went to Gulf Shores, and I went to a truck stop on the way, and I found a cigar brand that I haven't seen in probably 20 years. It's got to be 20 years now, or at least 15.
15, because we were smoking in PBT.
Okay, so 15 years ago. Taboo. I haven't had a Taboo cigar in at least 15 years, and I found them in a truck stop, no less. And me and Grimm were like, are these still left over from when we were smoking them? Because we thought the company went out of business, but evidently they didn't. They just weren't as well distributed or whatever, but they're still in business. And I picked up 2 of those cigars, and I'm extremely excited about smoking those. But
Historically, a good cigar? I've never had one of those.
For us, they were. They were kind of the cigars Grimm, Andy, and I all kind of cut our teeth on that we went to. That was our go-to cigar we really liked. But I'm kind of scared, just like Grimm and I were having a conversation the other day, that my tastes have changed in cigars over the years, right? So is this cigar going to be great? Or is it going to be, oh my God, this was crap. Why was I smoking this? So I kind of have that fear in the back of my mind. Like, Grimm, I think, had an example of a Perdomo that he used to love, but the texture on him has changed, and he's just like, "Ugh." He kind of shies away from it now. So I'm wondering if I want to have the same reaction to this taboo.
Yeah, I was originally going to do one of those for this podcast. Was I was going to try one to see maybe if it was just a momentary thing or probably still at that point, but the guy Cigar didn't have the Lot 23, so I said, you know what, try something else.
Which I think he gave you a good one because I've heard about those Carolinas.
Oh, it's definitely good. I'm enjoying it so far. He did not do me wrong. What he's saying there is because I'm a bucket of badass. Right?
He's a badass.
Yeah. Badass. Bucket of badass. Fuck. I just had a squirrel moment.
A
like
squirrel
one just
moment?
went zipping across my yard and I went, squirrel! Squirrel! Squirrel!
Anybody partaking in any beverages with their cigar?
I'm drinking bad things, so.
Bad things?
Bad things.
What you drinking, buddy?
I don't want to talk
What
about
is
it, so
it?
just leave me alone.
Okay. I couldn't see what it was, so
Yeah, I couldn't either.
it's not.
Oh. It would have been funny if
Another
it's good.
drink.
It
Yeah.
would have been.
Hold on. Let me do this again.
Is it
Doesn't
Surge?
matter what I'm drinking. Okay?
Oh, it's a monster. It's a
green
monster.
monster. Yeah.
Speaking of monster, there's a TikTok guy, and I don't want to say his name because I don't remember exactly what it was. It was something mountain, but he recommended that you drink Monster with a cigar, and I was afraid of my heart exploding, but I thought Grimm might do it,
And
Who
here
do
I
you
am,
know?
doing it.
and Grimm
Now,
is doing it. Now he can.
full-on monster though, and those are like full of those have like 3 of those like sleeves of Smarties crushed up and shoved inside of them.
Okay, yeah. So yeah,
And-
heart exploding material. Gotcha.
Yeah, it'll kill you.
Yeah, but he recommended that a Monster is really good with a cigar. He also said that the coffee Monsters are choice with a cigar.
Yeah, those
And I'm
actually
probably
do
just gonna
hurt
have
me,
to-
so I can't do that now.
Yeah, so I don't know, and I'm too scared to try because I'm too
So
old.
I'll never find out.
Yeah, so I'll probably never find out, but I've heard it's recommended.
Yeah, they have the salted caramel coffee ones, and I was like super into them for like a week and a half before I realized that my chest was racing and I couldn't calm myself down and everything was fucking going crazy, and I was just like, maybe
Yeah,
I should rethink my life choices. And I did.
absolutely. I mean, that would do it. I mean, a close encounter with God.
I'm having a Great Raft Brewing Old Man Joy bourbon barrel aged Baltic Porter, and it's kind of delicious.
It sounds delicious.
That's one of the local Shreveport breweries, and it's pretty awesome. I've had it before, but they have it in cans. Usually, it's in like a wine bottle size bottle.
Mm-hmm. And what are you drinking over there, Robert? Diet Dr. Pepper.
Today I'm on Diet Coke.
What?
Yes.
He has abandoned the Dr. Pepper.
No, I just didn't have any and didn't have time to stop by the store. You know.
I'm just doing Dr. Pepper.
Gibbs is like, and I'm now sponsored by Dr. Pepper.
I
Dr.
picked
Pepper,
up the.
if you need to sponsor someone, here you go.
There you go.
He's got the pose down and everything.
The pepper of choice.
He knows how many flavors there are too. Watch this. Hey Ben, how many flavors are there?
23.
Yeah, he's an expert in your
Put on the
product.
draw.
I can read.
It's actually on the can. I can see it from here.
Shut up, Robert.
Just say.
Son of a
Smells good.
bitch, ruining everything. This is our sponsorship chance, man.
So I believe almost there at that area called the Sweet Spot. Yes?
Yep. That's it.
Because everything just went nice.
And that's the sweet spot for you, man. I mean, it's basically where you get the full body of the cigar, the full flavor, the full everything that it was meant to have is usually about that spot. Now, some people argue that, you get it right when you start or, right there at the very end. But for me, it's been around the middle every single time.
Yeah, I would say it's most of the time for me. It's like after the first about third of the cigar is when it warms up and starts to taste a little better. I mean, some of them are dynamite off the as soon as you light, but this is definitely getting better.
Yeah,
and
I'd have to say the same thing for this Obsidian. It's getting way better the more I smoke it. I'm enjoying it. And this was a random buy off a cigar bid. I was like, hey, those look really good. I want to try that.
Nice.
That and they had good reviews. So, well, when it's a cigar I don't know, I'll read a review or two about it. Kind of what we're trying to accomplish here on our podcast is kind of give some people an idea of how this can go.
Yeah, but they don't have to read it. They can just hear it. Listen.
Right.
That's true.
More
Or
word
check
of
our
mouth
website.
type thing.
And see our ratings of each cigar. That's still a thing.
All right.
We still got a website. Something.
It is on our website. That unfortunately has not been kept up.
Cool.
So
Glad I
I
promoted
will get
that
back
right
on there and put the ratings on it, so everybody will get those ratings.
Oh, you mean we keep track of that shit?
We do keep track of that shit for people.
Do we?
He's got
Yeah,
a cocktail napkin that he writes everything down when we rate them.
With little stick figures that are like, bashing at each other's ratings and stuff. Yeah.
Exactly.
well, the
Yeah.
problem was I had wings the other night, and that was the only thing available.
You were so sloppy with the wings. That's
So-
crazy.
I'm gonna have to go back and actually watch our podcast. For God's sakes, I don't want to do that.
I'm
so
sure
we can
after
get those
editing and everything
ratings
else like
again.
that, you have to hit the point where you're like, you know what? I don't even like these guys anymore. Like, I don't want to do the
Pretty
podcast.
much. I
I've
am
heard
not a
enough.
fan.
Yeah.
I actually went in for my personal count and unliked the leaf cutters because I was just like, yeah, I don't want to follow this shit anymore.
Yeah, this is bullshit.
So as much as I don't like seeing my own face on video or hearing myself talk, I did watch like our review of the Agnorsa. What was it?
Aganorsa.
Agnorsa. And I was laughing and enjoyed it in spite of myself. So
Finally, somebody likes our show.
Watched all of them, man. What are you talking about?
a little self-serving.
And you
that
have
it's
not
us
rated
that like
one.
it.
Yes, I have. All of them. I'm the one like.
no, there's at least two. I'm liking them also.
Okay. So we're the two likes. Come on, man.
Yeah, we're it. We're like the
Okay.
The driving
mystery
factor.
solved.
Yeah.
Mystery solved. I know I kind of look like a pirate this episode. Got one patch on this
Oh,
eye, this
yeah.
eye, kind of clear.
That's all right. I'm angelic.
You look like your kid put Sharpie on your glass, like over the one glass, man.
That's what it was. I fell asleep too early, and the kids just
And
drew all over
she
my glasses.
filled out
You
your
already had a
all that
mustache,
stuff.
so
Yeah.
All right, so I'm about halfway on my cigar. Anybody else?
yeah, about,
half.
maybe a little over half on mine.
Just about.
Yeah, I'm definitely half. So let's give a little bit of a review. I've enjoyed
You
the
were
shit out of it.
updated.
I don't know if you've noticed, but I've been sitting here just puffing away on it. So I'm liking it. No film in the mouth. This one I do have. I finally got that oaky taste that Zach has been talking about. I get this oaky taste.
Did
in
you
the
go
very
do
back
some
row.
sample chewing on trees in
I
the,
did.
in the woods?
Yes, absolutely. I was like, I think this
Good.
is oak. No, I've tasted that
Oh,
before.
I get it. I get it.
I get it now. I have a point of reference.
They told me it was maple.
but I-
Goddamn them.
But I'm getting that oaky taste to it. So that's different for me. So I like it. Smoke is still full. It's not getting tarry at all, which is a big plus. And not hard to draw at all. Full body smoke. I like it. How about you, Grimbles?
I'm enjoying it. I gotta stop
Nice.
doing that joke, man. Where I'm just like, yeah, it's okay.
Pretty.
It's okay.
No, it doesn't hurt when I smoke.
Yeah, it's not bad.
Cigar-y.
Yeah, it's like a cigar.
Well, interesting. That's
Imagine that. Oh my God, what's that like?
Does it taste
I
like
don't know,
like
I'm
you took
trying to
a
describe
bunch
it,
of aged leaves and then wrapped them up and then lit them on fire? Is that what you're getting?
Do
yeah,
tell.
you know, it's kind of like that. Yeah, you know, it's great. You know, it'd be weird if I joined a podcast where I was supposed to describe what the fuck a cigar tastes like with my wild vocabulary that I'm using right now to describe this one. God help me if I ever did that.
I would like to watch that podcast. Can I subscribe to that one since I've already, you know, freed up my one subscribe that I do?
Since you left the last leaf cutters. Well, we're the new leaf cutters.
Nice.
It's good. And I'm gonna stick with it's good.
Nice. And if Thick Ash Cigar, if you ever watch this, don't let Grimm, you know, review your cigars.
Disclaimer: the of Grimm do not reflect.
There are better members of the leaf cutters to deal with.
Yeah, we'll send your stuff to Zach. Zach tends to do a better review than any of us, so we'll send your stuff to him. Let him taste it for you. We'll enjoy the shit out of it. Don't get us wrong, but we're just gonna send it to him for an honest review because we're just like, okay, what flavor? Tobacco.
You've never heard me go like full on Zach though. Like, you know, the binding on this cigar is muy bien, is bound very well. It's bound. The filler is tight, compacted. It has a great draw to it. It has full airflow. It is a delectable example of tobacco-y.
Oh, that was amazing. Thank you.
Oh, jeez. Okay, so I take it back. Thick Ash Cigar, you should like that review. That was a good one.
That's good.
You know, really, honestly, I just need to have like a little checklist that I go down that I pick a couple off every time I do one of these. You know, I'm just like, yes, the binder is binding. You know, the filler is filly. You know, like stuff like that. You know, that'd be good for me rather than like I start off with it's good and then I like completely derail.
Well, there's Philly, and then there's Philly, like Philly Blunt, and I don't know if you want to go that far.
No, it is a filler that fills, so does Philly.
No, there you go. I like that.
Yeah.
So, Robert, after that, I don't know how you can follow that up, but how about you, Robert?
I'm just going to say, it's still smoking good, still easy draw, didn't tar up, good smoke.
Yeah, Olivas are usually pretty good smoke, so there's no surprise there.
I was trying to think if I ever had one of these, and I don't think I have.
You've had Oliva with me. I know you have. It's been a while, though. It's been a while.
It must have been, because this is like a new thing I like. I'm liking this over here.
Cool.
My turn.
It's Zach's turn.
So, continuing to be good.
Grimm, you used all of Zach's words.
Yeah, it's like Grimm said it all. I got nothing. No. Great smoke output. Construction's good. It's burning good. It's not unraveling or anything, which is a problem I was having previously on a couple of cigars. But I think I got my humidor dialed in a little bit better. Either that or I dropped a bunch of cigars on the floor at some point. Could be that. I don't know.
Could be.
But I'm getting a little bit of like peppery, spicy, a little bit in a way that I enjoy. So not overly powerful, but good. Enjoy.
Awesome. Yep, Graham, he still did it better.
And if it was less windy, I think I could get some smoke greens going.
Yeah, I was about to say I could probably get some smoke rings going with this one, but I'm not talented, so I probably couldn't anyway.
Oh, I'm not good at it. I just think it's fun.
It's good to try. It's fun to try.
Yeah.
Oh, that was kind of a donut.
Yeah, it's too windy. They just like explode as I come out of my mouth. Yeah.
It's like a magic trick. Watch.
That was one big donut.
Pretty nice.
Pretty nice.
It's pretty nice.
Man, I'm so sad their Kickstarter, or not, well, whatever their crowdfunding process failed this time. Oh, for season 14.
No.
That hurt my feelings, man. I'm hoping they do something like a little less independent, you know, like go back to Kickstarter or something, and have like an actual like platform to work from. But who knows?
Who knows?
You just need to keep giving me Mr. Science Theater. That's all I know. That's what I want. Do it.
Get that.
Don't question it. I'm a dedicated everydayer.
It's a pretty big commitment.
I don't think I've ever committed to like a show that much. That I had. I mean, unless I'm binge watching, then I guess that it's kind of the same. Yeah.
It's the same for me, like with Bob Ross, as far as it goes for you can put it on in the background, like because I like having something to go to sleep to. I can put it on the background. I won't get like fucking, you know, hyped, energetic into it. I'm just relaxing and enjoying and, you know, getting into the, you know, whether it be a painting from Bob Ross or, you know, the B-rate movie that Mr. Science Theater has. Like, it's not that I'm getting heavily invested into it every day, but it is something that I enjoy just having on.
Just have this background noise.
Yeah. But, you know,
most
background
of my
noise.
shows-
Bob Ross.
Most of my shows are background noise now. I don't have time to watch them, so I just put them on so I can say I watched them.
Yeah, see, that's the thing, is if I get invested into it, or if it's something that I need to pay attention to, like, I'll stay up until 3 o'clock in the morning and go, oh shit, what did I do? You know? Mr. Science Theater, I've seen them all at this point, so I know what the joke is. You know?
Right.
And depending on the season too, like, it could be, I might put on, like, the old Batman movies. You know, like have Michael Keaton on for like a week straight when I go to bed or whatever, just because like I'm not heavily invested, but you know, it's something enjoyable as I'm going down, you know. But I can't watch Yellowstone. I'm not, you know, I've only gotten a couple episodes into that so far, and if I put Yellowstone on when I go to bed or whatever like that, I won't sleep that night. Yeah,
I was about to say you're invested in that one. That one, I definitely agree. I have to watch it if it's on because it's a deep, really good show. I mean, really good show.
I've been here. I've only heard good things about it. I have not watched Yellowstone yet, and it is a thing that I intend to watch. But every time we get to a point where we're gonna watch it, we're like, it's one of those things where you know it's gonna be good, and you know it's gonna like suck you in, and you're like require your attention, and we're like, no, I need some slapstick comedy and maybe an action movie, and at this time,
Lower Decks.
Well,
Lower
but, I mean,
Decks,
believe it or
that's
not,
good.
there is a
I like
lot
that.
of action in Yellowstone.
Oh, I'm sure.
So, but yeah, it is something you have to pay attention to because there's a lot of, you know, there's a lot of drama, there's a lot of build up that you need to pay attention to, have, you know, focus on it. But man, it is a good show. I got
That's
Robert
good to
hooked on it.
Now I've watched them all in a night.
Nice.
Yeah, it's that good.
I was never more proud or realized that I had more of an impact on my children than when my kid came running through the living room the other day and shouted Moopsie from Lower Decks. Moopsie. I was like, yes, I've had a positive impact. I can get hit by a car now. We're good. Let's go.
Now for those who have no idea what a Moopsie is, please explain, Grimm.
Moopsie is an adorable, cuddly little creature that is in a menagerie in Lower Decks, season 4, episode 2, that gets loose and proceeds to drink the bones out of anything and everything it gets a hold of. It's like this little white, like marshmallow, fluffy character. Like it's really cute looking, but it'll jump on someone's back and like open its fangs huge wide, and then like he'll suck it like a fucking like a high C box. You know,
Yes.
It looks like a freaking Pokemon. It looks like a cute, cuddly Pokemon. And it is
adorable.
the destroyer of worlds.
Yeah. So, but and that's the thing too, is all he says is Moopsie, Moopsie, and as he's like waddling along, coming after people, trying to kill him and shit. I'll send the link after this, but it's hysterical.
Yeah.
But the fact that my kids, they told me the other day that my son surprised the shit out of me. He goes, "Yeah, number one was Kanye on my Spotify Wrapped," and I was like, that tracks because Kanye's with kids, I guess, at this point. And then he was like, number two is the Deftones, and I was like, what? Like, yeah, Dad, I love the Deftones. You made me listen to it so much when I was a kid. I can't go without it now.
You were like, my kid listens to complete crap too. Oh my God, I can't fault him anymore. I love him.
I can't. I did something good.
I saw the Deftones in concert. That was awesome. They put on a great show. Well, it wasn't like they just rocked really hard. Was the thing. It wasn't much of a show like Tool or something like that where they've got production behind them. It was just constant headbanging and enjoyable. So good. And I believe Seven Dust opened for them.
Oh, that would have been a great concert.
It was a killer concert.
Yeah,
Seven Dust was so freaking good. I would love to see them again live.
I like Seven Dust. I until you mentioned that, I was just like, I totally forgot about them, but I remember Seven Dust, and I loved Seven Dust.
Every time I hear one of the now, I'm like, dang, that's rock.
Was it?
What was your first concert?
Seven Dust was my first concert.
Yeah, that's awesome.
Yeah, I went with my stepdad because I was 16 at the time, and my buddy David from high school, and it was in a I want to call it like an empty parking lot of next to Centennial Park in downtown Atlanta. So it was just this gravel slab where they put a huge stage on and shit, and was not the place to go crowd surfing for the first time. Was not. Both me and David did it, and we both walked away our hands on our back, fuck, that pavement hurts so bad. Probably didn't walk away with some sort of brain damage from it, but who knows? I might have.
You may not even notice. It happened so long ago that it's just part of you. You're just never gonna get those brain cells back.
It's funny, before I went to that show, I wasn't funny, and then after that show, I hit the ground, and suddenly I was hysterical.
Before that show, I could remember the third grade. Now I don't even know if I went to school.
I don't have no proof.
I got no proof.
But, and I saw the Deftones one. I had my youngest stole my Deftones, so he had a Deftones Worldwide one from the White Pony tour, and
I think that was the tour that I saw him on.
She stole it. She's like, yeah, this is mine now. I'm like, all right, cool, because my fat ass isn't fitting back into that ever again. And she came out I want to say a week later. She'd worn it the entire week straight, and there's this huge cut on the elbow where she'd cut it open to make it look cool or whatever. And I was just like, what did you do?
Okay, well, real quick, I'm at the end.
Oh no!
So
yeah, well, I'm almost there too. Yeah.
So just allow me to say that it smoked great all the way through. Stayed even. It's starting to unravel, I guess, now. Little pieces are coming off. But the intake and the output were both excellent. So I'm gonna say 4.3 Leafs for the Oliva.
Very nice.
We're breaking down into other odd numbers.
Right?
Andy's not here. We're gonna fuck him over now. He'd be like, how did we get a 4.3? When did this happen?
This is not the first 4.3 rating that Robert has given.
Is it not? I thought it was.
You're right.
No, his original rating on the Agnorsa, that cigar.
Agnorsa.
Agnorsa.
You know what? They're going to hate us because we can't. We're not pronouncing their name right, and they've already liked our photo. They liked our last show on the social media.
We said favorable things.
Yeah. So I learned their name. It's Aganorsa.
Aganorsa.
I know.
Hey, you know what the best part is though? Is we could totally say deniability if Zach said something negative, but he's like Arenosa. We're like, it wasn't you guys.
No, it wasn't you guys. It was something complete, knockoff of you guys. You need to go after them.
He doesn't even know who you guys are. Like, we let him smoke the cigar, but he was so just faked out. No, he doesn't know who you are. Support us, sponsor us. We love you. Yeah.
All right.
I'll be the scapegoat on that one.
Anybody want to review theirs? Because I still got plenty of mine. Oops.
Let me take a couple more puffs and think about it for a minute, and I should be able to give you.
Yeah, I'm almost to the end, and I feel like I could say something at least a little positive about mine. Like, it wasn't a terrible experience.
It was a cigar.
That was a glowing review off that recommendation.
It wasn't the worst cigar I've ever had.
It wasn't the worst.
It wasn't the worst tasting cigar I ever had. Okay, I've had worse things in my mouth today.
I've tried broccoli before, and that's just worse. So
I can review mine. I'm not quite done. I still got a good bit left, but it got stronger around the 2/3 mark. Got a little bit pepperier, if that's a word. I think that's a word. I pronounce it correctly. Shut up, Zach. Don't correct me. And then
I'm not the grammar police or the vocab police, so you can say whatever you want.
You're better at describing it, so just shush. So that smoking, I take was full body. I mean, I love it. I like the full smoke. The taste of it got that oakiness, but no film in my mouth, which I like. And it still did not tar up at all. I'm happy about that. And overall, it's a good cigar, and I'm not doing an odd number. I'm giving it a solid 4.5.
That's still an odd number.
Well, shut up. You too, Grimm. Both of y'all, Zach and Grimm. You hurt my feeling. You hurt my feeling.
Look, just because I want to have a higher standard for this podcast.
You'll be the only one, buddy.
Yeah, I know. I'm lying. I don't want to.
Wait.
So much.
I don't even want a standard. Like, if somebody comes up to me at one point in time and just be like, "Hey, you guys, never said it like this before, but when you said it that time, it really disappointed me." I'm gonna be like, "Sorry."
No, just look at him and go, "Oopsie."
So my Carolina Blue.
Oh yeah, you're gonna.
Oh.
Sorry,
my Carolina Blue was good. Good.
Oh Jesus.
Well, he had something to do with this because it was fucking delectable.
Good.
Oh, nice.
It was muy bien. It stayed together the entire time. It held together like a champ. It smoked all the way through. It wasn't too overbearing. It wasn't an ox tongue or whatever the fuck I said the one time that I haven't lived down.
That was hilarious.
Although now I feel like I need to come up with better ones than that. It smoked well though. It tasted good the entire time. It didn't get peppery until the end, and even then it wasn't like a overbearing peppery, which is a nice added flavor to it. So all in all, it was a good experience. I'm giving mine a 4. The only downside was I got really confused at the beginning, and it stuck with me the entire time. I don't know why, but when I did the taste of the wrapper, it had that really sweet taste. There was nothing sweet about the rest of the cigar. So it kind of.
That's why I was wondering if it was. I was wondering if it was like my Deadwoods, and they had a little bit of sugary taste on the end, but I guess not.
No, so so it wasn't bad in any way, shape, or form, but it was mildly misleading, so it kind of threw itself off for me. I would
Okay.
definitely smoke it again, though. I would definitely go for one in a humidor at a shop, if one was there, So
Okay. So yeah, I mean, I'm glad you smoked one because I've been wanting to try them. I've been hearing about them, of course, from Thick Ash Cigar themselves. They've been posting their stuff, so I've been wanting to try one of those. So good. I'm gonna try it now. What about you, Zach?
Well, so smoked great. Great smoke output the entire time. Construction's good. It's held up. If I stuck a pick in it or a spike, I'd be able to get a few more puffs up. But it's starting to get warm. Flavor got a little more intense, but not overbearing. I would say it's still a little bit of that pepper, which I enjoy, but not overly peppery. So I think people that don't enjoy that one may enjoy the cigar because it's not like a pepper bomb or anything. I'm gonna go with 4 because I kind of wish it was more peppery.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, but
Fair
great
enough.
cigar.
Good. All right. I'm going to do a little bit of a shout out. I've been talking to a couple of other podcast people out in the podcast world that we kind of follow each other, and it's a podcast called Smoking Sound, and they've been a really good podcast so far. I've listened to a couple of episodes of theirs. I've enjoyed them. They're a little bit more, I want to say, professional about their smoking, but they still have a little bit of fun with it too. So they're not, straight laced like some of the other podcasts I've seen out there where it's all about the cigar and don't talk about anything else. No, they talk about music. Right. They talk about other things. So they're a little bit more laid back, kind of like we are. But I want to give them a shout out because they're a good podcast, good guys. You should check them out. I'll put a link on this video so you can actually, go see them if you want. They're a complete audio podcast. So they're fun to listen to. So if you're in your car on the way to work, listen to ours first. And then, of course, listen to theirs afterwards.
Definitely ours first.
Listen to ours first. Sorry, guys. I have to do that. This is my podcast, or our podcast, I should say. But yeah, I want to give them a shout out because they're good guys. And on that note, I'm going to say, well, actually, next week we are going to be doing, or the next review, we're going to be doing the Goss Hot August Nights. Hopefully Andy will be on that one. Hopefully we have the whole crew on that one. Robert missed the last one. We missed you, Robert.
Yeah, we missed you, Robert.
Even though I did talk crap about you, just like I talk crap about Andy, so it's fair.
There you go.
But on that note, I'm going to say good night, even though it's middle of the day, but good night.
Good night.
Bye.
See ya.